Why was dating etiquette so confusing for teens in the 1950s? Imagine being a teenager in the 1950s and trying to figure out the right way to ask someone out or behave on a date. It was not as simple as just asking or saying yes. Back then, dating was filled with rules that seemed to change all the time. These rules came from old-fashioned ideas about how boys and girls should act, shaped by the times after World War II. Society wanted young people to be polite, respectful, and modest, but that often clashed with what teens actually wanted to do or feel. Boys were expected to take charge of the date. They had to ask the girl out, pay for everything, and open doors or pull out chairs. They also had to be chivalrous, which meant acting like a gentleman. Girls, on the other hand, were supposed to be demure and passive. They were told to be modest, not speak out of turn, and avoid doing anything that might seem too forward. For example, girls were discouraged from ordering their own food or making decisions during the date. This created a strict script that teens had to follow, even if they felt nervous or unsure. Another confusing part was the rules about kissing. Officially, kissing on the first date was not allowed. But many teens secretly wanted to kiss or hold hands in private places like cars. This created a big tension between what society said was proper and what teens actually wanted to do. Also, teens had to introduce their dates to their parents at the very first outing, which added extra pressure. Going to a dance or a movie meant following a set of formal manners, like waiting for the girl to be seated first or saying goodnight politely. The rules were also contradictory. For example, dating was supposed to be a public activity, but teens often looked for privacy to do more intimate things. They had to balance the need to be respectful and proper with their natural feelings and hormones. If they did something wrong, they risked embarrassment or social disapproval. This made dating feel like a complicated maze of do's and don'ts. In the end, these customs aimed to teach civility and respect, making dating a special occasion. But for teenagers living through it, the strict rules often felt confusing and frustrating. They had to memorize many behaviors, like how to behave at a restaurant, when to say goodnight, and how to act in front of parents or friends. All these expectations made dating a high-stakes social event, not just a way to have fun and meet people. So, the reason dating etiquette was so confusing for teens in the 1950s was because it was a mix of old traditions, gender roles, and social rules that didn't always match what young people felt or wanted. It was a complicated dance of manners and expectations that could be hard to follow, especially when feelings and social pressures were running high.